your anointing is so weighty that you can't carry nothing else if you carrying your anointing properly. It's not enough. Listen. So God started to show me arrogant people. He said arrogant people, arrogance weighs a lot. He says, so I can't use arrogant people. He says because they can't carry their anointing and their arrogance. It's too heavy. Woo! He said your anointing and arrogance is too heavy. He said your anointing and fornication is too heavy. He said your anointing and adultery is too heavy. He said your anointing and whoremongering is too heavy. He said you're going to have to put something down. You're going to either have to put down your anointing or you're going to have to put... So I said, okay, Lord, okay. I think I get this thing. He said, no, you don't. Listen. He says in Isaiah 10:27, he says, and it shall come to pass in the day that his burden shall be taken away off thy shoulder. And his yoke, he's talking about Pharaohs. He's talking about Pharaohs. When you was enslaved to Pharaoh, enslaved to sin. He said, and his yoke from your neck and the yoke to sin shall be destroyed because of the anointing. So this is what I need you to understand. If you're going to be who God called you to be, if you're going to stand in what he called you to stand in, I'm looking for somebody who ain't playing. I'm talking about somebody who going to stand where God told them to stand. They're going to go where God go. Y'all ain't helping me. That's going to believe what God told them. So I had a lot of time dealing with this because, you know, God shows me certain things and then he won't say nothing. God don't speak real. He not just talking. He gonna say something and then he gonna be quiet. He started to show me how most of us have an anointing from a very young age. We just ignore it. He said, take this chair, for example. He said, you've been preaching the whole time, but you ignored this chair. I've been talking a long time, but nobody thought about this chair right here. He said, that's how your anointing is. He said, now, what's funny is that other people see it, but they don't quite know what it is or what it's for. He said they don't quite know what it is or what it's for, so they don't bother with it. But you can't go nowhere with them because you got that thing. Now, I got my little cousins and my brother here. They used to say when we was real little, they all got anointing now. But when we was real little, they used to say, you can't go with us. I'm older than all of y'all. Y'all can't go with me. They say, fine, go that way and we gonna go. What they were saying was, you got something, we don't know what it is, but it can't come with us. All right. So, see, this is how we do. We live our whole life. We ignore what we have. We live our whole life ignoring this. And literally, you can die without ever finding your anointing. It's there. You just never found it. But when you get saved, you find your anointing. Y'all don't hear me. He said, when the Spirit rests upon you, all it takes is salvation. If you don't know what that is, just wait about 10 minutes. I'll explain it to you. Listen. So he says, when you get saved, you find your anointing. And it gets in your hands like this, Bishop. Now you're carrying it and you don't know why. You don't know why, but you got it in your hands. But people still, they say, it's just something about him I don't like. It's just something, I don't know, he make me sick. Tiffany, they say, oh, she make me sick. She thinks she can sing so good. And it's not your fault. You packing the anointing. And so you want to go somewhere with them, so you try to put it down. And you You can't. You want to be cool like everybody else. I spent my whole high school years trying to be so cool. I tried to put my anointing down. I couldn't shake it. No matter what I did, it stayed with me. And the people, even still now today, they're like, it's something about that guy I don't like. It's my anointing. So you live your life with this thing that you're carrying around that you can't put down. You're carrying it around, so you kind of drag it, right? And you drag it all around. Nobody, you're like, I got my anointing. Nobody don't want to be my friend. I got my anointing. Man, I wish I could be cool. I want to go to the mall, but my anointing is just. But you know, there's a time comes where you just say, you know what? I'm going to carry mine. You say, you know what? I'm just going to pick it up. I'm just going to pick it up. Now, see, that's when people really get mad. Because you'll be like, so I can't go with y'all, fine, cool. Nay, that's how we used to do them. So, I don't care. But see, even as a young person, that anointing starts to get heavy, Bishop. It starts to get heavy because you still don't quite understand what it is. You just know you're packing it. Yeah. You don't quite understand what it is. You just know you're packing it, so you sit it down. You sit it back down. Remember, you can't get rid of it. So you just say, man, I'm just going to lean on it. I'm just going to lean on it. How about I'm going to drag it with me wherever I go, and then when I really need to, I'm just going to lean on it. Y'all ain't shouting like y'all should be right now. But then the enemy comes to attack you, and without knowledge, you just pick it up like a reflex, and so you fight off the enemy. You fight off the enemy with it. And you start backing up, but then you realize you got something, so you start moving. Woo! You realize you're working with something. Now you can use it. Now you start to kind of maneuver with it. You're like, okay, come on, devil. Come on. But you still don't understand its true value. You still don't understand its true value. So the devil come put some of them wop knots upside your head. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And so, you go back to dragging it. You go back to dragging it. Sit it down again, and then you think, Lord, I'm tired. I'm going to rest in my anointing. I'm not going to worry about what you got to say. I'm not going to worry about how you feel about me. I'm not going to worry about whether or not you like me. I'm just going to rest in mine. Y'all don't hear me. See, some of y'all are so worried about your everyday struggles and problems, you forgetting just to. I don't know about y'all, but I can find me a good chair and go to sleep in it. That's how much I can rest. I'm going to rest in mine. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to relax. And see, when people see you resting, they get mad. Now they want to share it with you. It ain't enough room to share my anointing. Y'all missed that one. It's not enough room to share it with me. It's not enough room for the both of us in my anointing. That's why my daddy used to tell me, boy, you got to get saved for yourself.